Hey everybody, thank you for joining me once again for another episode of the Tamara Tamu Collective, where dreams have no filter. So this is another Car Chronicles segment of the show, and I'm trying to position my phone so that we love the sun, but we don't want the glare, right? So I think this is good. All right, how's everybody doing? So in this video, I want to talk about the transformational process. So what is the transformational process? Really, transformational process begins when you decide, when you make a decision to embrace the life that you want. When you decide that you know you've got purpose or purposes, multiple purposes. You know that you are an expansive human being. You know that you are spirit first in a body. You know that you have power to create the life that you want with your words, with inspired action. And you don't have to just accept what life brings you or how life treats you. We know those phrases, you know, people will ask, well, how's life treating you? I hope, you know, life is treating you good. We do have control over what happens in our lives. And I know that there will be people who will disagree with that, but I'm telling you, we don't have to just accept the way things are, okay? When we say, the moment we decide, no, I'm powerful. I'm a powerful being, I'm a cosmic being, and I'm a powerful manifester. This is what I want. Well, when you decide to step into that identity, life changes happen. They happen fast. Some of those life changes can appear to be, no, they are challenging, and they can appear to be what we would call rock bottom experiences. So in that transformational process, it can look as if everything that you desire, the complete opposite is happening. And it can feel like you are in fire, that you are in a transformational fire. And I'm here to tell you, yes, that is exactly what is happening. But in this video, I want to talk about how we can change our perspective about that transformational fire and go through the process and experience it from the mindset of, or leaving the mindset of approaching it from terror and fear to alchemy. All right, so I'm going to just present, I'm going to break this down a little bit, and I'm just, by the end of this video, your perspective about the transformational fire and how it feels is going to change. All right, it's going to change for the better. So I talked about this in another video. I don't remember the title, but I talked about how when you are going through challenges, challenging situations, life changes, loss, or what appears to be loss, it's very important that before you just jump in to, oh, I gotta fix things, I gotta fix things, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do something. It's very important for you to get into a space where you are allowing yourself to be soothed. Well, where you are allowing yourself to be in your body, get out of your head, be in your body, even if that just means to sit with soft music. Even if that just means where you just go sit in your car. Even if it means just going to lay down with your eyes closed. Getting into an environment where you are feeling soothed, not where you are feeling anxious, even if that means that you can't talk to certain people for the moment. because perhaps the conversations that you'll have with those people, it will bring up anxiousness. It will bring up more franticness, where you just need a moment to be easy. All right? So I talk about that in this video. Here's why. So I want you to think about, let's go back to transformational heat. And I want you to think about just heat in itself for a moment. So if you go back to basic chemistry, we know that heat, if you hold heat under a chemical process, it speeds up the molecules. It speeds up the reaction. It speeds up the action in the process. The heat causes those molecules to collide, and the heat brings all the operant components together in actually an efficient way. It doesn't look like on the surface, but the heat brings efficiency to the process. It can look like things are about to blow up. As that heat rises, it makes the operating components in a chemical reaction, in that case it's atoms, they move faster. So the atoms are hitting each other, the molecules are hitting each other, and in that collision you've got even more energy being released into the reaction. All right? And like I said before, the heat causes the rate of reaction to increase. So how does this apply to your transformational process? So when you're in the middle of it, instead of the terror, instead of fear, instead of rushing to go and fix something, feel the heat. Feel the heat. And think about what you have spoken and the things that you have decided that you want in your life. That heat is bringing all of those operating components together to get you ready to receive what you have spoken. Your identity is changing, so allow the heat to present more energy for you to alchemize so that you can fully embrace your new identity, so that you can fully embrace your identity of being a powerful, cosmic, powerful manifestor. I know I keep saying power, but that's what keeps coming up is power. So look at the heat in that, from that perspective, versus, oh, I gotta run from the heat to go and fix something. No, let it be. That's why it's important to just sit for a moment. Allow you to be soothed in the fire. And that may sound counterintuitive. You're thinking, okay, well, if it's fire, if it's heat, it's not going to feel good. Well, to your senses on the surface, no. But to your soul and to your higher self and to spirit, that's exactly what needs to happen for those operating components to come together, to line things up for you, and for you to get ready to receive. All right? Next point I want to make. I want you to think about a time where maybe you hit a muscle somewhere. Like, let's say, for example, you hit your leg up against something, and it was bruised, maybe, you know, painful a little bit, and you reached for a heating pad to soothe that area. For women, for all of us, every single month on our periods, for those of us that get cramps, what's one of the very few things that we reach for? Some of us reach for a heating pad. Some of us reach for hot tea. Think about a time where you had one of those really good workouts where you were using muscles that you didn't even know you had, and you decided to either take a hot bath or you got into the shower, and that heat from the water soothed your muscles. It soothed you, right? It brought comfort. It brought you to the moment. Think about, because that heat, it aids in recovery. Okay? Let's see, what was another example I wanted to use? Oh, if you've been in a heat room or maybe a sauna. Well, what does the heat do from the sauna? The heat gets rid of toxins from our body. And if we're talking about the transformational process spiritually and in our identity, toxins are limiting beliefs. Toxins is old programming that perhaps could have served you, but it does not. It's not going to serve you now, so you've got to release that. That's what that heat is going to do. So, if we go back to our the physical body, and I just got through talking about cramps and having your muscles soothed after a good workout, or even if maybe it wasn't after workout, maybe you just decided, I'm going to take a hot bath. Why do we take hot baths? Because it's relaxing. It's relaxing. Even the hottest bath, even when you put your foot, you put your toe right into the water, and perhaps you think, oh, this is a little too hot. Well, guess what? Our body adjusts to that. So we go ahead, immerse our full body in that hot bath, and we let the heat soothe us. Okay? So, other points that I want to make. What is the heat? When we are relaxing, I'll use the example of the hot bath. If you remember, what does it do? It brings you into the moment. That heat brings you into the moment. If you're sitting in a sauna, you're not really thinking about anything else. You're just sitting and allowing the sweat, the heat. You have actually embraced the heat. To volunteer purposely and say, I'm going to go sit in a sauna. You have volunteered for the heat. Okay? So you get in there and you're sitting there, and it forces you to be in the moment because you're allowing your body to be embraced by the heat, the comfort and the relaxation in the heat. So what does being in the moment do? Let's take it a step further. Being in the moment reduces stress, because when you're in the moment, you're present. You're paying attention to your thoughts. You're paying attention to what you're thinking. You're paying attention to how you're feeling. You are more in your body because your mind is not thinking, oh my God, what do I have to do in 2 hours? What do I have to do in 2 days? No, you're in the moment. That's what it does. It reduces stress. So, it also calms. Being in the moment, we're going to take it a step further. Being in the moment reduces stress, calms your nervous system. Because you're embracing the heat, you're allowing the heat to perform its purpose through you. Okay? So we talked about earlier, what is the purpose of the heat? It's releasing toxins. It's moving all of the operating components for you on your behalf, because you've made a decision about what you want in your life. So, your nervous system is calm, so you can understand that a great transformation is happening within you and for you. Because you're not frantic, you can then receive the lesson. Then you can receive the opportunities. You can receive the guidance to take the next inspired step. so that the operating components and you can collide, can meet each other, right? Also, we're still talking about calming of the nervous system. When you're going through transformation, and just understand this, that I'm not telling you anything that you don't know, but going through transformation is not just a one-time thing. Because we're expansive, as long as you have breath in your body, as long as you are a spiritual being on this physical plane, you're going to continue to have transformation. Okay, and dare I say, even after you ascend, even after your spirit leaves your body, there's still going to be transformation. Okay, but let's bring it back to Earth, all right, to this plane. Calming of the nervous system, you realize you're moving from elevation to elevation. And you can understand that when you're not frantic in the transformational fire. When you understand, when you're calm in your nervous system, you can understand that you're moving from elevation to elevation. So you're not going to hold on to any barriers that can form in our bodies when challenging situations arise. Those barriers, which some of us are even experiencing right now, the reason why we have those barriers and we form that hard exterior is because when we were going through challenging situations, we didn't give our nervous system time to just relax. We didn't give our nervous system time to be calm. We did not allow ourselves to be soothed in the transformational fire, because immediately we went into, oh, I have to fix this. Instead of saying, oh, I'm being elevated once again. It's time for me to go higher now. So that's the opportunity in this challenging situation. We didn't allow ourselves to do that. So now what happens? We've got this barrier. So now our nervous system is always on fight or flight, because we're always looking or expecting for that to happen, or the worst case scenario to happen. So that is why we have to change our perspective on how we view challenging situations, how we view the transformational fire. So let me go through my notes again, because I want to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Okay, so yes, I covered everything. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what your takeaways are from this. Also, I want to let you know that I am working on something that's very exciting. I'm working on creating a membership, okay? It's going to be like a magical library of videos, and this membership is not designed to give you more work to do. That's not what we're doing. This membership is going to be completely different than just, you know, you log in and there's just some course there waiting for you to take. No, it's going to provide and offer a space for you to not feel crazy for stepping into this new identity that you envision for yourself, that you know, that you just intuitively know is yours, and it's time for you to step into. So I'll have more details later, but I just wanted to put that bug in your ear, put that little noise in your ear so that you know what's coming up. But as far as this video, let me know what your takeaways are. If you have any questions for me, put them in the comments. Thank you for being here. Thank you to my new subscribers. I have new subscribers, you guys, and I'm so excited. I have 32 people who decided that they wanted to hear from me. So I don't take that lightly, all right? I appreciate you lending me your energy. Okay, so like the video, share it with those that you know, and if you are here and you're listening, you've listened to this entire video and you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Okay, so anyway, all right, until next time, you guys, cheers.